thank you for all the views, the new subscribers. Thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, every Friday I do a series of videos that celebrates the music of the Beatles and Elvis, and we call it Disappointing Mia Wallace. And Mia Wallace is the lady in Pulp Fiction, and she was dancing with John Travolta, and there is a deleted scene where she says, you're either a Beatles man or you're an Elvis man. And she says to John Travolta, you're already an Elvis guy. So yeah, so and kind of, I think if you think about it, the Beatles are Elvis men. So and that's what we're celebrating here today. I was going to do, last week I did the Beatles Rock and Roll Music Volume 1 with Elvis Rock and Roll, and I was going to do Elvis Rock and Roll number 2 with the Beatles Rock and Roll Music Volume 2, but chronologically speaking it didn't really match up. It was more like Rock and Roll number 2, which is Elvis's second album, also called Elvis, was more in line with the Beatles' second album. So we're going to do that in another episode of Disappointing Mia Wallace. So yeah, this one is, we'll start off with this one for the day that's in it, and I will be doing an Elvis special for the day that is in it. And just in case you're not aware, today is Elvis's 47th anniversary. And this is an album called Almost in Love. It does have a different cover. It is actually on the Amazon streaming service, and I think why they have it on the streaming service is because of the 60th, not the 60th anniversary, the 60 album box set is on the streaming service, and that's why this album would be up there. And the 60 albums are the Elvis albums that Elvis produced during his lifetime. The Beatles produced 13 in 9 years, and Elvis produced 60 in from between 1956 to 1977. So there's a big huge big huge difference. But yeah, you know, as obviously the Beatles are Elvis men, and I think they liked each other more than they let on, shall we say. That's the way I view it. And I'm kind of, why I'm doing this series is I'm kind of looking at what Elvis was doing in the 60s, which is overshadowed a little bit by some of his latter movies, and kind of comparing them for fun with what the Beatles were doing during the 60s as well. So yeah, Elvis did quite a lot in the 60s, and more than you think. And they're kind of hidden gems, and that's what we're exploring here, is Elvis's hidden gems in the 60s, and of course the obvious gems that the Beatles produced as well. And in fairness to Elvis, he did record 4 or 5 of the songs the Beatles recorded. But anyway, these albums here, as this is also available on CD, but I don't have it. This is the back cover, and the cover, there is another cover, and this image is on the cover as well. And then here is the track list. Yeah, I can read it without the phone, but the track list is as follows: Almost in Love, go with the phone is better. Almost in Love, Long-Legged Girl with the short dress on, Edge of Reality, My Little Friend, A Little Less Conversation, Rubbernecking, Clean Up Your Own Backyard, US Mail, Charo, and Stay Away Joe. So they're all kind of movie songs, bonus songs, and kind of nicely leading up to where Elvis was going after his stint with the movies. And this is kind of a nice reflection on what the bonus songs material. And I think this is a fantastic album, and it's chronologically it's kind of in step with rock and roll music #2, and we'll have a look at the back. And it is Lizzie Miss Lizzie, Drive My Car, Everybody is Trying to Be My Baby, Revolution, love that song. And I also like the song from the White Album, number 9. That song, Taxman, Gotta Get You Into My Life, Hey Bulldog, and Get Back. This is on the Music for Pleasure album. And I was listening to it, and the only track that sounded a little bit off was Revolution. Now, whether it was the album that was a little bit worn out at that stage, or which I don't think so. I don't think it was worn out. The sound recording was a little bit I don't know, it was off compared to all the other songs on the album. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. And this was out after the Blue album and after the Red album. I always thought they were out before it, but they were not. But again, if you're looking to get into Elvis and the Beatles and you don't have anything by them, these are two good places where if you see them in not so much charity shops, but in second-hand record shops and markets and places like that, or car booths, and you see these two albums, I highly recommend that you pick them up. I will give 10 out of 10, but I like to give most things a good high mark and talk up things. These two albums really make me happy, and they just have a good vibe about them. Both covers are very good and very happy, and there's kind of like, even though they're both colour, one looks black and white without it being black and white, and that's just full Technicolor. So yeah, it's one of my favourite Elvis covers as well. So we might do a video on favourite Beatles album covers and favourite Elvis album covers. But anyway, that's today's episode. Again, thank you for tuning in and subscribing. If you want to help me with the channel, you want to buy me a coffee and leave a donation. I was out record hunting, so records help me make the videos that I make. So I would be very much appreciative of a donation, and we can go forward. And yeah, thank you. And again, thank you for all the views, and we will look forward to seeing you in the next video.